Dear students, we welcome you to our YouTube channel classes SL Account School. Today's topic is Bank Reconciliation Statement. First, let us look at a question which reads as cash book at 30th April 2008 shows balance at the bank of 2,490. Comparison with the bank statement at the same date reveals the following differences. Unpresented check 840, bank charges not in the cash book 50, receipt not yet credited by the bank 470, dishonored check not in the cash book 140. The correct cash book balance is 4 options are given for us to choose. Why we give this question beforehand? If you focus this, maybe following the subsequent lesson could be easier. Bank transaction is similar to any other transaction we have with third parties like debtors and creditors. In basic, for an example, company A purchases some goods from us on credit. It means A's account will be debited in our book. Same way, A's book, our account will be credited. Every single debit in our book will have a corresponding credit in A's book. Similarly, every credit here will have a corresponding debit. So always both these accounts will tally. Similarly, for every single debit entry we have, bank will have a corresponding credit entry. For every single credit entry we have, they will have corresponding debit entries. Before we move on, let's first understand the bank has a special role than normal debtor or creditor. We maintain bank account in our book for our benefit and our needs. Similarly, bank has our account that is also for our needs and our benefits. So both are agreeing on the same object. 1. The bank is duty bound to accept our deposit made by us and made on our behalf. Number 2, bank has to honor all our instruction. The most common instruction is issue of checks. Third, bank lends money to us. Normally, since we deposit funds to bank is a debtor, an asset. But since it has the function of lending money, sometimes they can be a creditor, a liability. Fourth one, they have a lien over our funds. That means they have the right to take whatever is due to them, either with our permission or without our permission, with our knowledge or without our knowledge. Example, taking bank charges from our accounts. Okay, bank transactions are mostly cash, which is a very vulnerable asset, can lead into committing frauds against us, and the accuracy of this is always necessary. Therefore, periodically we check our accounts with the bank statement and ensure everything is in order. At least they do bank reconciliation statement once a month. But we have to distinctly understand, most of the time our accounts balance and the bank statement balance will not tally, disagree. Why? Even if you have maintained the bank account 100% correctly, if the bank statement also 100% correct, still there can be differences. It may not tally. These are attributed to two reasons. One is issuing of check. When a check is issued legally, it has a validity of 6 months. Just to say, within the 6 months, any time The person who has received the check can present this to the bank. As the check is issued, immediately we will make the entry in our book. But until the check goes to the bank will not have no knowledge and they will not make any entry. So therefore, there will be a difference between our balance and that of the bank. One is deposits made by us by other than cash, because it can take time to realize. So as we deposit, we will make the entry in our book, but the bank will not credit our account or make any note of that deposit until the money is received by them or realized by them. In this regard, no entries need to be made, neither in our book nor in the books of the bank. These are generally known as timing differences. In addition to that, there can be omissions and commissions errors. Rates of omissions are very high when dealing with the bank, mostly due to these reasons. One is standing orders. Standing orders are such thing where we give a permanent instruction to the bank to make a certain payment on a particular date to a particular party. But the bank will do that only if the funds are available. So until we receive the statement whether the bank really made that payment or no will not be known to us. Other examples are bank charges, direct debits such as interest. Bank will take them whenever it is necessary, even without our knowledge, because bank has a lien over our funds, as we have explained earlier. Until such time these are corrected, that will be only after receiving the bank statement, our accounts will remain with these errors of omissions. Dishonored checks is the other one, where when we deposit we assume there is fund, but bank may find it after presenting to the issuing bank there is no funds for this check, therefore they will make no credit and they will inform us. Until such inform comes, we cannot make the corrective entry in our book. Therefore, due to this omission, our accounts will remain incorrect. Broadly, we have categorized this into two. First one is company knows but bank is unaware. In this regard, no corrective entries need to be made in both books. The second one, bank knows but the company is unaware. So these mistakes had to be corrected until such time our books of accounts will not be correct. Therefore, the main object of bank reconciliation statement is to first explain the reasons for the difference, and if it is to be corrected, as we have said on the second category, all those corrections will have to be made. Further, there can be errors which are common in any businesses. If the mistakes are made in the company's account, they will have to correct it. Similarly, if bank has made the mistake, they will have to correct it respectively. Hope it is clear. Now let's go to the question, where they say the balance of the bank is given in the books of our account, which is 2,490. They say unpresented check 840, which comes to the first category. Therefore, no corrective entries need to be made. Second one, bank charges not in the cash book 50. This has to be corrected. So the bank charges account will have to be debited. Bank account will have to be credited by 50. Third one, receipt not yet credited by the bank 470, which again comes under the first category. No corrective entries need to be made. The third one, dishonored check not in the cash book is 140. Corrective entry is necessary. Debit the person who has issued the check, the debtor, and credit bank account. So if you deduct 50 and 140, 190 from 2490, the balance will be 2300, which is A. That is the answer. Dear students, we have attached a flash card. By looking at it, try and see whether you can visualize the lessons what we have learned. Dear students, these lessons are provided to you by our YouTube channel, SL Account School. We request you to subscribe, share, like it, and also to pass this information to those who are interested.